Chosen one, the truth is out and people are standing up for you, raging at your ex for the abusive treatment you endured, and it's happening in real time. While you healed in private, your ex unraveled in public. Now power is returning to you. Respect is flowing your way. And the ones who once doubted you are finally seeing exactly who your ex really is and who you always were. Your ex was jealous of you, viciously, corrosively jealous. They were not jealous of what you had, they were jealous of who you are. Your energy threatened the foundation of your ex's false self. Your light exposed the darkness your ex was hiding. Your natural ability to move through life with purpose highlighted the stagnation your ex refused to address, so the strategy became simple. They started a war you never agreed to fight. Every accomplishment you achieved got minimized immediately. Every success you celebrated was met with ice-cold responses. Every moment you felt excited about something, your ex found a way to assassinate that joy. This was not accidental. This was not bad timing. This was psychological warfare designed to keep you small enough that your ex could feel adequate by comparison. The family is remembering now. They are recalling dinner conversations where your ex made cutting remarks disguised as jokes. They are remembering gatherings where your ex interrupted you constantly. They are recollecting moments where your ex would redirect attention away from you whenever you started speaking. The pattern is undeniable now that people are actually looking at it. Your ex spent more energy tearing you down than building anything up. Your ex was not struggling with depression or battling inner demons in the way everyone believed. Depression does not make someone cruel to the person trying to help. Depression does not create competition with a partner. Depression does not drive financial exploitation. Your ex was empty. Your ex was hollow. Your ex was void of substance. So the mission became draining everything from you to fill that bottomless pit. It was never going to be enough. The mother figure understands this now. She spent years believing that the right person, the right opportunity, or the right amount of support would fix everything. The realization hitting now is brutal. You were the right person. You gave the right support. You created opportunities. And your ex destroyed all of it because destruction required no self-examination. Watch what happens next, because what you are about to learn connects to something even bigger that is being revealed. Money is at the center of this darkness. Your ex needed money desperately, and you became the solution to them. You were not a partner to build wealth alongside. You were a target to extract from. You were a resource to exploit. Your ex looked at you and saw a bank account with emotions that could be manipulated. Everything else was secondary to this agenda. The relationship was a setup. The love bombing was calculated. The future promises were bait. The trauma bonding was the trap. Someone was helping your ex, a third party who knew exactly what was happening and provided coaching. This person is scrambling to stay hidden right now. This person is hoping to avoid exposure. But the family found something. They found messages. They found financial records. They found conversations that prove this was not just messy money management. This was coordinated fraud. This was a planned operation. Your ex attempted to put debts in your name. Signatures may have been forged. Lies were definitely told about where money was flowing. Your ex borrowed from family members using your name as justification. Financial chaos was created deliberately with you positioned as the one to blame when everything collapsed. The scheme almost worked. It almost succeeded. But here is what your ex miscalculated. You kept records. Even when you were exhausted, even when you were beaten down, even when you were too tired to fight back in moments of crisis, you documented everything. Maybe instinct drove this behavior, maybe divine intervention guided your hands, but you have proof of things your ex believed stayed buried forever. That proof is surfacing now. Legal requirements may have forced disclosure. Someone else may have discovered similar documentation. The pattern with a new victim may have matched exactly, and that person also kept receipts. However, it is happening. Evidence is assembling like puzzle pieces. The picture being created is devastating for your ex. The parent figure found financial statements that tell the real story. This person found records of loans taken under false pretenses. This person discovered documentation showing how much you contributed versus what your ex claimed. This person learned that you paid for everything while your ex told everyone you were controlling about money. The rage is not just about lies. The rage is about being used. The rage is about having love weaponized. The rage is about being made complicit in your abuse through manufactured information that got repeated to others. Your ex told everyone you were unstable. They told people you were controlling. They painted you as the abuser in the dynamic. They made you the villain who made life impossible. Your ex painted a masterpiece of victimhood where you played the monster, and people believed it because your ex told the story first, told it loudly, and told it with conviction born from practice. Stories built on lies have expiration dates. This one just expired. Someone asked a simple question that your ex could not answer correctly. Maybe the question was about timeline. Maybe it was about money. Maybe it was about location during a specific event. The answer given contradicted something someone else knew as fact. That single inconsistency opened a crack in the facade. People started comparing notes. They started asking more questions. They started examining the narrative from different angles. The collapse was total, because lies lack structural integrity. Under scrutiny, everything falls apart. The timeline does not work. The financial claims do not add up. The victim story contradicts observable behavior. The abuse allegations clash with your documented actions. Your power shows in what you did not do. You never mounted an aggressive defense campaign. You never went on a mission to disprove claims point by point. You simply existed in your truth. You healed. You grew. You built a life that spoke louder than any words, and that life became its own evidence. People looked at you and could not reconcile what was visible with what was told. You were peaceful, not angry. You were thriving, not drowning. You were gracious, not bitter. The person your ex described could never become the person standing before everyone now. Questions led to discovery. Discovery led to revelation. Revelation led to rage. The rage was not directed at you. The rage was directed at your ex. People were angry about the lies. People were angry about the manipulation. People were angry about being turned into unwitting weapons against you. People were angry about being made complicit in isolation and suffering through carefully crafted false information. The best friend who took your ex's side is feeling physically ill. This person is replaying every conversation where you got blamed for being too demanding. This person is remembering every moment of suggesting more patience. This person is recalling every implication that maybe you were the core problem. The realization of being fed lies and weaponized against you is crushing this person. If you felt the truth in these words, hype this video so more chosen ones like you can see it. Now the darkest part surfaces, the revelation that is making everyone physically sick. Your ex did not just lie about money. Your ex did not just manipulate sympathy. Your ex made accusations involving a child, false accusations. Your ex weaponized the most sacred responsibility humans carry to destroy your reputation and deflect from personal guilt. Maybe the claim was abuse. Maybe the claim was neglect. Maybe the claim was creating an unsafe environment. Whatever the specific accusation contained, your ex weaponized childhood innocence to save their own skin. And your ex knew the accusation was false when making it. Here is the truth emerging now. Your ex was the one being neglectful. Your ex created unsafe conditions. Your ex's addictions and chaos put a child at risk. When someone started noticing, when someone started questioning, when authorities became involved, your ex pointed directly at you. Your ex made you the villain to avoid consequences. This is what the parent figure discovered. This is why the rage is volcanic. This is why the family is severing ties permanently. Because many things can be forgiven, debt can be repaid, addiction can be addressed, relationship failure can be understood, but falsely accusing someone of harming a child crosses into unforgivable territory. This reveals a level of moral bankruptcy that cannot be excused or explained away. Your ex is scrambling now. Your ex is attempting to change the story. Your ex is claiming misunderstanding. Your ex is suggesting trauma caused confusion. Your ex is trying to walk back accusations that destroyed your reputation and put you through hell. But you cannot unring this bell. You cannot weaponize a child and then pretend it was a miscommunication. The family knows now what you were really escaping. You were not abandoning someone who needed help. You were escaping someone willing to destroy you completely to avoid accountability. You were not giving up on the relationship. You were surviving someone who would have let you burn to stay warm. The parent figure made a decision that changed everything. A family meeting was called. Everyone came. Siblings, cousins, close friends. Everything got put on the table. The financial fraud, the lies about you, the accusations involving the child, the manipulation patterns, the third-party involvement, all of it. Then words were spoken that shifted the entire dynamic. We have been enabling this behavior, protecting someone who refuses protection, making excuses for inexcusable actions. And in doing so, we hurt an innocent person. We hurt you. We believed lies. We judged unfairly. Some of us treated you poorly based on false information. We were wrong. This stops now. The parent removed your ex from inheritance documents, right there, called legal representation on speaker, and had it executed that day, not as punishment, as boundary, as consequence, as a statement that actions determine family support, and these actions disqualify participation. Others in the family followed. The financial safety net your ex expected, dissolved, distributed elsewhere, gone. A sibling stood up and spoke what everyone was thinking. You had someone good, someone who loved you despite everything, someone who saw past addiction and chaos and selfishness, and you destroyed that person. You lied about them, or you tried to ruin their life to cover your failures. I do not know who you are anymore, but you are not my sibling, not until you become someone completely different. The family lawyer took notes throughout. Legal action is coming. Your ex is being removed from positions with access to family finances. Joint accounts are being closed. Credit access in the family name is being cancelled. Properties your ex thought would be partially inherited are being transferred into trusts beyond reach. This is not just emotional boundaries. This is legal fortification. Outreach to you is happening. Not weak apologies, not excuse-making, but acknowledgement of truth, expressions of regret for not seeing sooner, recognition that your decision to walk away deserved support, not questioning. Some are offering testimony if legal matters require it. Others are offering to publicly correct lies that got spread unknowingly. You owe these people nothing. Not forgiveness, not access, not even acknowledgement. Some wounded you deeply by taking sides against you. Some said things that compounded suffering. Some made escape harder by making you doubt your own perception. You decide what level of interaction, if any, feels appropriate with people who were not there when you needed them most, but understand what their awakening represents, whether you engage or not, your vindication, your evidence, your confirmation that everything you said was true. Your ex is panicking. Your ex is watching every support system collapse in real time. Your ex is calling people who will not answer. Your ex is sending messages that get ignored. Your ex is showing up at places where they are no longer welcome. The desperation is increasing. The appearance is worsening. Every attempt to explain digs deeper. Every word becomes another shovel of dirt on a grave of your ex's own making. Another attempt to play victim happened. Your ex said things like, "My family abandoned me. Everyone turned against me. Nobody understands what I am going through." But sympathy is not coming this time. Responses arrive with facts. Responses arrive with evidence. Responses sound like, "We understand perfectly. You lied, you stole, you abused someone who loved you. When you got caught, you tried to destroy them. We are not abandoning you. We are protecting ourselves from you." The addictions are consuming more now. Whatever coping mechanism existed before is drowning your ex now, and nobody is left to cover tracks. Nobody is making excuses for absences. Nobody is lending money to fund habits. Nobody is cleaning up the messes. Free fall is happening, and every person who might have caught your ex before is watching the descent and doing nothing. Character reveals itself in crisis. Instead of taking responsibility, instead of getting help, instead of admitting fault and attempting amends, your ex is doubling down. Your ex is finding new people to manipulate. Your ex is crafting updated lies. Your ex is searching for the next person to exploit. Because people like this do not learn. People like this do not change. People like this just find new victims. But this time is different. Reputation precedes your ex now. People your ex approaches have been warned. Friends are sending screenshots. Family members are making calls. The message is clear. Stay away from this person. Here is what happened. Here is what they are capable of. Do not make the mistake of trusting them. Your ex is discovering that lies have a radius now, and everyone within that radius knows the truth. The third party who was helping disappeared completely. This person blocked numbers. This person vanished into shadows. Because people who operate in darkness do not stick around when lights come on. No loyalty exists there. Only convenience exists, and your ex is no longer convenient. Your ex is liability. Your ex is exposed. Your ex is being watched. So the third party evaporated like smoke. Your ex is truly alone now, and that isolation is self-created. This isolation came through years of burning bridges, manipulating people, and using and discarding others. This is harvest time for seeds that were planted. This is consequence for choices that were made. This is karma collecting with interest. Court dates are approaching. Your ex faces legal consequences for actions taken. Multiple cases, multiple issues. The financial fraud is one case. The accusations involving the child that backfired create another. Maybe debt collection, maybe protective order hearings, maybe custody evaluations. Whatever the specific circumstances, your ex is about to face a system that does not respond to manipulation tactics. In court, emotions do not override facts. Tears do not cancel evidence. A tragic backstory does not erase documentation. Your ex has manipulated people with personality for years, but you cannot charm judges with the same tactics that worked on family members. You cannot gaslight a court system. You cannot make evidence disappear by playing victim. The legal representation your ex hired is barely trying, because good lawyers do not take cases with no chance of winning, and lawyers willing to take weak cases just want money without caring about outcomes. Your ex is getting bad legal advice because good legal representation was unaffordable, because all money went to addictions and lifestyle instead of preparing for consequences, because every bridge that got burned included people who could have helped navigate this properly. Documentation is being presented that your ex cannot explain adequately. Bank statements showing where money really went. Text messages proving who said what. Witness testimony from people who saw things your ex claimed never happened. Professional evaluations contradicting claims about mental state or your behavior. This is not a situation of competing stories. This is you said versus evidence proved, and evidence is winning decisively. I must interrupt this transmission for just a moment. Are you really chosen? Prove it. It's easy to watch videos about chosen ones. It's another thing to put yourself to the test. If you're still here, that means something, but talk is cheap. Real chosen ones take action. That's why I built Destiny Engine. It generates personalized sequences that help you rewire betrayal into transcendence, turn isolation into sacred power, and transform their downfall into your rise. We are using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking their declassified consciousness technology that programmed competition and scarcity and repurposing it to serve divine justice. You put on the headphones, press play, and watch your enemies choke on the rope their own lies created. If you're done consuming and ready to prove you're chosen, start your Destiny Engine for $1 today. Join the Obsidian Inner Order live checks and watch divine justice accelerate in your life. Link in the description. Your ex is attempting to settle. trying to make deals, trying to avoid full exposure of a trial, but the other side is not interested in settling. Why settle when you have a strong case, when you have truth on your side, when you have nothing to hide? Settlement is what guilty people want when the outcome is inevitable. Settlement is what manipulators seek when tactics will not work in this environment. The family is watching this unfold. Some are attending hearings, seeing their loved one exposed in official capacity, hearing testimony that contradicts years of lies, watching someone defended for so long being held accountable by an impartial system. And the experience confirms everything recently learned. Your ex is not a victim of circumstance. Your ex is a perpetrator of choice. This is costing your ex everything. Legal fees are piling into mountains. Assets that seemed secure will be lost. Fines, restitution, probation, or worse are coming. The record will reflect these proceedings forever. Future employers will find this. Future partners will discover this. Future opportunities will close because of this. The consequences are not temporary. These are permanent markers of choices made. Something beautiful is happening. People are defending you publicly. These people are not just privately acknowledging being wrong. These people are actively correcting the record. The cousin posted on social media addressing lies that were told. The best friend called mutual acquaintances to set facts straight. The parent figure told extended family what really happened. Your name is being cleared in real time by people who once believed the worst about you. This is not just vindication, this is restoration. Your reputation that was damaged is being repaired by the very people who helped damage it, and the approach is not gentle, the language is explicit. The word lied is being used, the word manipulated is being said, the phrase victim, not villain, is being spoken. Anyone who heard the false narrative is also hearing the truth. Some people are reaching out directly. Messages are beginning with acknowledgement of wrong judgment. Expressions of regret for not believing you sooner are arriving. People are sharing personal revelations about seeing behavior from your ex that made everything click. People are understanding now why you had to leave. People are wishing support had been given instead of questioning. You are not obligated to respond. You do not owe forgiveness or access or even acknowledgement. Some people wounded you deeply by siding against you. Some people said things that compounded suffering. Some people made escape harder by making you doubt your own perception. You get to decide what level of interaction, if any, feels right with people who were not there when you needed them. But here is what public defense does for you, whether you engage or not. It dismantles the false narrative completely. It removes lingering doubt in communities you both existed in. It makes continuing to play victim impossible because the people who would have validated that story are now contradicting it. Your ex is being isolated, not by conspiracy, but by their own exposed actions. The parent figure is particularly vocal. This person is telling relatives, I was wrong about them, my child was the problem, my child lied, my child manipulated, my child hurt someone who only tried to help. Everyone needs to know that. This is a parent choosing truth over blind loyalty. This is family breaking ranks to stand with justice instead of blood. Others are following that lead. Siblings are distancing publicly. Siblings are changing relationship status on social media. Siblings are unfollowing and blocking. Siblings are making it visible that association with your ex's choices and chaos is over. Friends are posting things that everyone knows reference your ex. Posts say things like, sometimes the people we trust most are the ones who betray us deepest. This public withdrawal of support is destroying your ex's ability to find new victims because potential new partners or friends can see the fallout. An entire family is stepping away. Longtime friends are going no contact. A pattern of burned bridges and isolated existence is visible. Smart people recognize that when everyone in someone's life walks away, that person is probably the core problem. Your ex is going to try reaching you. The attempt at contact will come when everyone else has abandoned them. The approach will take one of three forms. The approach might be manipulation, where promises of change get made. The approach might be rage, where you get blamed for their current situation, or the approach might be desperation, where begging for help, money, or intervention happens. None of these deserve your response. Block everything if you have not already. Block phone numbers, social media accounts, email addresses, everything. Do not leave any avenue open, because any crack will be used to wedge back into your life. Messages will be designed to trigger empathy. Your ex will mention good times. Your ex will claim change has happened. Your ex will talk about getting help. Your ex will tell stories about everyone abandoning them and you being the only one who understands. It is all manipulation. None of it is real. The third party who was helping might also attempt contact. This person might pretend to want to apologize. This person might claim to have been manipulated too. This person might try to warn you about something your ex is planning. Do not engage with this person. This person was complicit in your abuse. Conscience clearing does not happen at your expense. Access is not granted for any reason. Block this person too. Your ex might show up physically. Your ex might appear at your work. Your ex might appear at your home. Your ex might appear at places you frequent. If this happens, do not engage. Do not have a conversation. Do not give the closure or confrontation being sought. Walk away immediately. Call security if you are at work. Call police if necessary. Document every attempt at contact. This documentation might become important if a restraining order becomes necessary or if behavior escalates. Stay strong in boundaries. Guilt might try creeping in. Thoughts might surface like, what if change really happened? What if help is genuinely needed? What if I am the only one who can make a difference? The answer is no. Chances existed with you. Those chances got wasted. You got hurt. You got lied about. Someone tried to destroy you. Another opportunity to do it again is not deserved. Your safety and peace are more important than any redemption arc that probably is not even real. While chaos swirls around your ex, let us talk about you. Look at who you are now. Look at what you have built. Look at the peace you are living in. Look at the strength you have cultivated. Look at the boundaries you have mastered. Look at the life you are creating. This is the real story, not their downfall, your rise. You walked away when staying would have been easier. You chose yourself when conditioning taught choosing everyone else first. You set boundaries when teaching said boundaries were selfish. You said no after years of only saying yes. You demanded respect when accepting crumbs had become normal. You recognized worth when everything around you tried convincing you that you had none. That takes power, real power, not the false power of controlling others or manipulating situations, the authentic power of knowing who you are and refusing to accept less than you deserve. The foundational power of self-respect that cannot be shaken by other people's opinions, the transformative power of choosing healing over revenge, growth over bitterness, peace over drama. People are noticing, the transformation is visible, the confidence is observable, the authenticity is recognizable. You are not performing happiness to prove anything. Genuine peace exists. You are not pretending to be okay while falling apart inside. You actually are okay. You are not forcing positivity to convince yourself the right choice was made. You know the right choice was made because you are living the evidence. Your energy is different, lighter, freer, more expansive. Laughter comes more easily now. Sleep comes more peacefully. Breathing is deeper. Decisions come from clarity instead of chaos. People and situations that add to life get chosen instead of those that drain from it. No more walking on eggshells. No more managing someone else's emotions. No more responsibility for another adult's basic functioning. Just living. And it feels amazing. You are building something now. Maybe a career that actually fulfills, maybe relationships that are reciprocal and healthy, maybe a home that feels peaceful, maybe financial stability that did not exist before, maybe creative projects that energy was not available for when being drained, maybe friendships with people who actually show up. Whatever you are building, it is yours, it is real. It is not based on lies or manipulation or using other people. It is based on effort, choices, authentic self. You are not lucky. You are not blessed with special circumstances. You made this happen. Through hard choices and difficult moments and days when giving up seemed easier but you did not. Through nights crying yourself to sleep but still waking up and moving forward. Through times of self-doubt but choosing yourself anyway. You created this life. You earned this peace. You built this happiness. Own it, celebrate it, protect it fiercely. The parent figure who has been watching your ex stumble for years sees clearly now. And what gets seen when looking at you is what that parent wishes your ex had become. Someone who does the work, someone who takes responsibility, someone who grows from pain instead of inflicting it on others, someone who breaks cycles instead of perpetuating them. Respect for you runs deeper than words can express, and anyone who will listen hears that you were the best thing that ever happened, and your ex was too broken to receive that gift. The truth that is out is not just about exposing your ex. The truth is about revealing you. The real you that was hidden under layers of survival mode and self-doubt and manipulation. The powerful you that was always there but could not fully emerge while being drained. The authentic you that can now exist without apology, without explanation, without permission from anyone. Your ex is still spiraling, still in addictions, still making excuses, still blaming everyone else, still refusing to change. But that is not your story anymore. That is their story, their choice, their consequence. You are not connected to that downfall. You are not responsible for that destruction. You are not the cause of that misery. Your ex was always heading here. You were just temporarily in the way, and you got moved out of the way by being pushed away. Best thing your ex ever did for you, even though it was the worst thing your ex ever did to you. Here is what you need to understand as we close this. Everything that happened to you was training, brutal, painful, unfair training, but training nonetheless. You learned to recognize manipulation. You learned to trust intuition. You learned that love without respect is poison. You learned that you can survive things you thought would destroy you. You learned that walking away is sometimes the most powerful move you can make. You learned that healing is possible even when damage feels permanent. You are not a victim anymore. You are not even just a survivor. You are a warrior who has been through battle and came out with wisdom, strength, and purpose. You are someone other people look at and gain hope from. You are proof that toxic relationships do not have to define you. You are evidence that choosing yourself is not selfish but necessary. You are living testimony that there is life, good life, after abuse. The people defending you now are speaking your truth, but you do not need them to. You have been speaking it through your life, your choices, your healing, your growth. You have been declaring it through your peace, your boundaries, your refusal to engage in drama. You have been demonstrating it through your success, your happiness, your authentic connections. You are the proof. You are the evidence. You are the truth made manifest. Your ex will probably never change, and that is acceptable. That is not your responsibility. That is not your concern. That is not your problem anymore. Your ex chose a path. That path is being walked. Consequences are being faced. And you chose your path too. A path that leads to peace, purpose and power. A path that is yours alone, built by your choices, sustained by your strength, illuminated by your light. The light your ex tried to dim, shining brighter than ever. The spirit your ex tried to break, stronger than before. The person your ex tried to destroy, thriving. And not just surviving, thriving, actually thriving, living fully, loving authentically, existing peacefully, being genuinely happy, creating real success, building actual stability, experiencing true freedom. The truth is out, and the truth is that you were always magnificent, you were always worthy, you were always powerful, you were always enough. The only thing that changed is now everyone else can see it too. Now even the people who doubted you understand. Now the ones who questioned you recognize. Now those who judged you see clearly. You were right. You are right. You have always been right. The truth is out, and the truth has set everyone free. But most importantly, chosen one, the truth has set you free. Free to be who you really are. Free to live how you choose. Free to love when you are ready. Free to succeed without apology. Free to exist in peace without permission. Free to shine without dimming for anyone. Free to be powerful without being afraid of being too much. Free to be you, completely, authentically, unapologetically you. That is the real revelation. Not that your ex was exposed, but that you were freed. Not that your ex lost everything, but that you gained yourself. Not that karma came, but that grace found you. This is your moment. This is your victory. This is your truth. And it is beautiful, just like you. Welcome home, chosen one. Welcome to the life you always deserved.